वेलकम टू सुपर एकेडमी। आज के इस वीडियो चैनल में ASP.NET MVC पार्ट 4 इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन आंसर को डिस्कस करने वाला हूं। हमारा पहला क्वेश्चन है, विच टाइप ऑफ फिल्टर्स आर एग्जीक्यूटेड इन द एंड व्हाइल डेवलपिंग एन MVC एप्लीकेशन। आंसर है, इन द एंड व्हाइल डेवलपिंग एन MVC एप्लीकेशन द एक्सेप्शन फिल्टर्स आर एग्जीक्यूटेड। नेक्स्ट, mention the possible file extension used for Razor views. The different file extensions that are used by Razor views are .cshtml when your MVC application is using C# as the programming language, .vvhtml when your MVC application is using VB is the programming language. Next, explain briefly the two approaches of adding constraints to an MVC route. For adding constraints to an MVC route, the two different approaches are by making use of regular expressions and by making use of objects that implement the iRoute constraint interface. Next question, point out the different stages a page life cycle of MVC has. The different steps or stages of the page life cycle of MVC are initialization of app, routing, instantiate the object followed by executing the controller, locate as well as invoke the controller action, instantiating and then rendering the view. Explain briefly the use of view model in MVC. View model can be defined as a plain class having different properties. It is used for binding a view that is strongly typed. View model consists of various validations rules for defining the properties of practicing data annotation. Define default route in MVC. The default route of project templates in MVC includes a generic route that makes use of the given URL resolution for breaking the URL based on the request into three tag segments: URL, controller, action, or ID. Explain briefly the get and post action types. The get action type is implemented for requesting the data from a particular resource. Using this get request, a developer can pass the URL that is compulsory. The post action type is implemented for submitting the data that needs to be handled to a certain resource. Using this post request, a developer can move with the URL, which is essential along with the data. How can you implement the MVC forms authentication? This authentication is done by verifying the user's identity through the credentials such as username with password or email with password. Next, what are the areas of benefits in using MVC? The area of benefits of using MVC is unit testing become much easier. It permits its users to shape views, models, and controls into three distinct operational sections within an application. How will you explain the concept of a render body and render page of MVC? A render body can be considered as a content placeholder of waveforms. It is available on the layout page and will be responsible for rendering the child pages or views. On the other hand, the layout page contains a single render body method. Multiple render page can reside within the layout page. Thank you. आज के इस वीडियो सेशन में इतना ही। ASP.NET MVC इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन आंसर का नेक्स्ट पार्ट भी मैं जल्दी लेकर के आ रहा हूँ। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना नहीं भूलिएगा। हमारा शुप्रो इंडिया फेसबुक, यूट्यूब और इंस्टा तीनों जगह पे अवेलेबल है। @शुप्रो इंडिया टाइप करने के बाद आपको मिल जाएगा। थैंक यू सो मच।